Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive? Today we're taking a closer look at the life and music of Luigi Tenco. We're going way beyond the tragic headlines here to uncover what made this artist such a legend in Italian music.
That's right. I think a lot of people only know the sad end of his story. But the truth is, Tenko's impact on music goes way deeper than that. He was a true innovator and a poet, and he wasn't afraid to use his voice to speak out against injustice.
I've heard some people call him one of the most important Italian singer-songwriters, like, ever.
And with good reason. He wasn't just writing love songs. His music explored some pretty heavy themes like poverty, war, and social injustice. Pretty powerful stuff for the time.
So we're talking about Italy in the 60s, right?
Yeah.
What was the music scene like back then? Was this kind of social commentary common?
Not really. I mean, you had a lot of traditional love songs and ballads dominating the charts, but Tinkenko, he dared to be different.
He sounds like a real rebel. Did people embrace his music right away?
You know, it's interesting. Teneko had this really unique ability to blend social commentary with these beautiful, often melancholic melodies. Even his love songs had this kind of underlying sadness.
So it wasn't all protest anthems and angry lyrics. There was a softer side, too.
Absolutely. One of the things that makes Teneko so fascinating is this duality in his music. He was a romantic at heart, but he was also deeply troubled by the injustices he saw around him.
This complexity definitely comes through in his music.
Yeah, I think it reflects his own complex personality. He was an artist who saw both the beauty and the pain in the world and wasn't afraid to express it. For example, he wrote this song called Cara Maestra, which translates to Dear Teacher. On the surface, it's a simple tune, but if you listen to the lyrics, it's actually a powerful critique of the education system and hypocrisy in society.
Wow, that's clever. It sounds like he was really ahead of his time. So where did this musical journey begin for him?
Well, Teneko was born in Cassine in 1938, but his family moved to Genoa when he was still a kid. And even as a young boy, his passion for music was obvious. He started with piano lessons, but he didn't stop there.
Oh, I read that he taught himself a bunch of other instruments.
Yeah, he was a natural multi-instrumentalist. He picked up the guitar, the clarinet, even the saxophone. This guy was like a musical sponge. He absorbed everything. And it wasn't long before he formed his first band.
Let me guess, another social commentary group.
Not exactly. This one was called the Jelly Roll Boys Jazz Band. They mostly played covers of American jazz greats like Nat King Cole and Kid Ory.
Wow, so jazz was a big influence on him early on. You can kind of hear those influences in some of his later works. It's a really cool blend of genres. So when did he make the jump from jazz covers to writing his own stuff?
Well, the big turning point came when he moved to Milan in the late 1950s. It was the center of the Italian music scene. I mean, everyone who was anyone was there. And Tintunco quickly immersed himself in it, playing gigs at this famous club called the Santa Tecla Club. It was a real hot spot for up-and-coming artists.
Did he start performing under his own name right away?
Actually, no. For a little while, he used pseudonyms for his music. It's kind of strange to think about, right? Almost like he was trying on different musical identities, searching for his true voice.
Yeah, it's like he was experimenting and figuring out who he wanted to be as an artist.
Exactly. And it seems like that period of exploration really paid off. Because in 1961, he dropped the pseudonyms and went back to using his real name. And that same year, he released his first solo single, Miei Giorni Perduti, which means My Lost Days.
That feels symbolic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like the lost days were behind him, and now he was ready to step into the spotlight.
It really does. And from there, his career took off. His debut album followed in 1962. It was a hit. Had songs like Mi sono innamorato di te, Angela quando, all these romantic ballads that really showcased his unique style.
So those early songs were kind of like a blend of the romantic and the socially conscious.
Exactly. Tenenko never abandoned his love for love songs. But even in those songs, there was this sense of melancholy, this awareness of the darker side of life. It's what made him so special.
And it's this mix of light and dark that seems to really resonate with people even today. His music has this timeless quality.
It really does. And over the next few years, he continued to push boundaries, releasing songs that tackled some really difficult topics, war, disillusionment, societal issues. Sadly, some of his most powerful work was only released after his death.
It makes you wonder what else he might have created if he had more time.
Absolutely. It's a question we'll never have the answer to, but we can still learn so much from the music he left behind. He shifted labels a few times, moved to Rome in 1966, and signed with RCA.
And that's where he recorded his third and final studio album, right? Simply titled Tenco.
Yes, and it was a really powerful album. It showed a different side of him, a more mature and introspective side. And then sadly, the following year, 1967, he took his own life during the San Remo Music Festival.
It's a tragedy that still haunts the music world today. It's hard to believe someone so talented, so full of life, could be driven to such despair.
It really is. But one of Tenko's close friends said something that I think is really important to remember. He said, and I'm paraphrasing a bit here, that Tentenko had this deep horror of injustice. But alongside that disgust for injustice, there was also this strong will to change things. He wanted to make the world a better place, and that's what fueled his music, his activism. It lifted him out of pessimism and gave him a sense of optimism.
That's a really beautiful way to think about his legacy. Yeah, there's the tragedy. And the mystery surrounding his death will probably always linger. But there's also this incredible body of work he left behind, these powerful lyrics, this music that continues to inspire and provoke people today.
I think that's what's so powerful about Tenko's music. It's not just entertainment, it's a call to action. It's a reminder that we all have a responsibility to fight for justice and equality.
Exactly. And when we look back at Luigi Tenco, we see an artist who was so much more than just a singer-songwriter. He was a poet, a social activist, a complex and sensitive soul who used his music to challenge the status quo.
He wasn't afraid to speak truth to power, even when it was unpopular. And that's a quality we need now more than ever.
I think we can all learn something from Luigi Tenco's courage, his passion, and his commitment to making the world a better place.
It makes you wonder, what might he have achieved if he had lived longer? What other causes might he have championed?
What music might he have created? These are questions we'll never have the answers to. But what we can do is keep his memory alive by listening to his music, by sharing his story, and by carrying on the fight for justice and equality that he dedicated his life to. So go out there, explore Tenko's music, discover the beauty, the depth, and the power for yourself.
And let it inspire you to make a difference in the world.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of Luigi Tenco. Until next time.
Quando l'alba, stanco d'amore, ti penserò.